amazing that life during the war continued with that much normality. To me, Chicago seemed starstruck. Movie matinees every Saturday after we closed early, they swept me away. The Follies coming through town. Boys home on leave who would squire me around, their best pal toting a friend of mine, too. We'd go to a show with them in uniform and us in patched-up nylons, feeling grown up. In spite of whatever hijinks they might have been dreaming of, all those boys really hoped for was a decent goodnight kiss, which I gave, easy as a penny. What did it cost us, anyhow, to allow them that? What with what they were going to be facing. Some of my friends wouldn't smooch a soldier on the first date in case he got the wrong idea or they got a reputation for being fast. But I would have kissed 100 boys in uniform, just to give them something about home to dream on while they went and did the world's worst job. Still, there were plenty of days that the world felt upside down. So many boys were gone in the service. My brother, Frank, the born natural at fixing cars, he'd enlisted at 19. Now he was stationed in England, working in a motor pool. Who knew when we'd see him again? Far worse, we all knew families who had received the horrible telegram. Some mothers would never be the same, like Mrs. Winchester, the best soprano in our church's choir until her Michael came home in a coffin and she didn't sing anymore. Some fathers became bitter and silent, like Mr. Winchester, who perched on his front stoop and glared at people like he was daring them to start something. Sorrow was in the air. Sometimes it seemed like half the people in that city were walking around with broken hearts of one kind or another. So maybe a package I couldn't unwrap was a small complaint. Maybe I was self-absorbed and unaware. But what did I know? My life was so small then. I had no idea. I'd tried peeling that tape off with my hands, only tore off an inch or so, and it made my fingers hurt. I found the big scissors, but they barely managed to snip off the extra strip on one corner. Still, I was determined. "Anyone here?" the customer called. "Be right out," I sang back, not much concealing my annoyance. Then the big scissors slipped, and though I pulled back quickly, the point of one arm jabbed me in the forefinger. "Damn," I grunted, though louder than I should have. "Is everything all right?" the customer asked. "Is there some kind of trouble?" "No trouble," I sang out before jamming my finger in my mouth, sucking the metallic taste of blood. "Be right there. I completely promise." Cursing in front of a customer? My mother would have wrung my neck. But she was off at her Monday War Wives luncheon, not due back till 1. I straightened my skirt and stopped before the little mirror to make sure I was presentable. A lock of my hair had come out from its comb, dangling in front of my face. I was in the middle of arranging it back into place when I heard the chord. In the olden days, they used to have trumpets come out and play a fanfare before the king spoke to shut everyone up, I suppose. And plenty of paintings of angels have cherubs making music in the background whenever something big is happening. This chord? It was a hallelujah, a call from the heavens, or at least from a guy who knew what an organ could do. Because I scurried out of the office, and there he sat at the Hammond Spinet model, our entry-level instrument. He didn't choose the church model with its classy cabinet and 32-note bass pedals, and Doobie's music did not carry the concert model because it was too glamorous and expensive to sell in Hyde Park. What I saw, a fellow, skinny as a breadstick, wearing oversized pants and perched on the spinet's throne with his eyes closed. He had his left hand on the low manual, right hand on the high manual, left foot on the bass note, right foot on the volume pedal, announcing for all the world every bit of the meaning and grandeur of a G major chord, fully voiced, with all the trumpet stops open. I know which key it was because I have perfect pitch. It's not a talent. I was born that way. Maybe this is an advantage when sizing a customer up by what chord he plays first, but I promise it is an affliction.